Personally, I really wasn't going to say much. I didn't think I had much to say about this situation, but I guess the scheme set up by Todd to come to Candy, but the bullshit was divorce. And that's me being facetious. I I wasn't going to say a lot about this, but I actually do have some things to say about this. And I think I'm going to start with saying I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised and I'm not bothered by it. I'm really not. I'm not bothered by it. And for some reason, I don't feel as though this is going to be a real big deal. I think that Candy and Todd are just who they are and they get each other. Each other. I don't think they had a bad marriage. I don't. I think they faced some things. I think they faced some things. But as far as like literally having a terrible marriage and it just kind of just did what I don't think they're any more I don't think they're as shocked as some of us are. Because I think they stayed into things. I think they actually got into it to prove people wrong. And that's how I've always felt about it. So that's why I'm not so shocked by them finishing. And here's the thing, and this might be an unpopular opinion. I think that Todd and Candy were fine before they had Blaze and Ace. I believe that Blaze and Ace are what actually ripped the band aid off. And I'm going to explain why I say that. For those of you who don't know, Todd Tucker and Kandi Burruss have parted ways. They have decided to divorce. Okay, and it's odd because I don't dislike Todd and like Candy, or dislike Candy and like Todd. I'm not even siding with either one. My title is just me being facetious. I truly I believe that Todd and Candy actually do love each other. I believe that they actually do get each other, but there are problems that they had from day one. From day one, there are things that were completely evident from day one that were life things that they didn't see eye to eye on. And no matter how long they stayed together, no matter how long they worked on it, it was never going to change. It was what it was. They see life, family and family involvement, completely different worlds. They're like night and day. Raising children, night and day. As long as there was, now I want y'all to listen to me and listen to me real good because I said that I'm gonna probably upset some people, but it just is what it is. And I hate to say it like because it kind of comes across like I'm blaming Ace and Blaze. Ace and Blaze are the two youngest. That's the little boy and then the baby girl. But I'm not blaming them, but it just is what it is. And it's right there. You can look straight at it. As long as there was their biggest thing. See, because Todd and Candy, they see eye to eye on sex and on business. Those are the two things that generally will rip you apart. They will rip you apart. Money and sex. They did all their wild sex stuff together. So wasn't really no thing about cheating because they were open and free to bring anybody in they wanted to bring in. They did all the wild stuff. He didn't have to go looking for a freak. She didn't have to go looking for a freak. We already knew that Todd was pretty much, she ain't just come out and say it. Well, a couple times. Todd had all the equipment that she required and that she liked. So they were literally eye to eye. When the light went off, baby, they was happy. He lived for her freak number. She lived for his freak number. They didn't have a problem with that. Nobody was able to come in and that we know of was able to come in and walk off with one or the other because they came in the room together. So they seen eye to eye on that stuff. So they didn't have them problems. Money, Todd got money and Candy got money. Do they have this? They didn't start off with the same types of money, but all in all, Todd and Candy got money. They got money. So money not no problem. Now, they wouldn't see eye to eye on the spending of the money, but again, they understood that, and I think they handled a lot of that anyway from the door. They knew, like, my money is my money, your money is your money, the money we make together, we got some money. But money, I don't think money was a problem at all. It's just some lifestyle choices. As long as there was Kayla and Riley, and they understood Riley is mine. You mind your business when it comes to me and Riley and what I do with Riley. I know you don't agree with the things that I do for Riley. I know you don't agree with how spoiled that she is, as far as you're concerned. And my money with my mother and stuff, all of that. I know you don't agree with all that stuff, but that's my mama. Kandi, that's my mama. And that's her Riley. So as long as there was Riley, because that was it, the child rearing thing. He didn't agree with how Riley was handled. She didn't agree with how Kayla was handled, but Kayla was his, and whatever he wanted to do with Kayla, that was that. They had those boundaries set, and it was fine. Now, I could imagine that where that would be. Well, we seen it where that was, like a little tug and pull, and Kandi would sneak and give Kayla things that she wanted Kayla to have, and Todd didn't agree. But there were boundaries. You don't say nothing about what I do with Riley, and I don't say nothing with what you do with Kayla, and that's that. You leave my baby alone, I leave your baby alone, and that's it. We don't approach each other with that. So they were fine with that. Now, that was fine. All that was cool. This is mine, that's yours. But when it comes to Ace and Blaze, see, Ace and Blaze are ours. It's 50-50. So now we're going to butt heads. We're going to butt heads because they're both ours. And we have to come to some agreement. There was never an agreement to come to. Their parenting styles are completely different. And they didn't grow into anything else. Their parenting styles are completely different. And I believe that is a lot of probably what shook the boat. Now, I don't know because they have not really said, but just from where I'm sitting at and who they are and the way they move, I can imagine that probably had a whole, but I'm speculating. But when it comes to Kandi and Todd were like, they were cool. They were cool. Like the things that break people up, I didn't see none of that with them. No, I see y'all saying we don't see them that much together, but that's cool for them. That actually worked for them. The way that they are and the way their drive is, anybody who ever gets with Kandi, don't expect to see Kandi. Kandi works. Kandi is a worker bee. You need Kandi, not nobody to sit up underneath nobody. That's not her. We ain't saying Kandi sitting up underneath nobody. Todd don't seem like the type that sit up underneath anybody. I just didn't see that with him. I think Todd is very self-centered. I think Todd is very self-centered. I think that's one of his things. I think he's very self-centered. And Todd thinks of Todd first. As much as he loved his mother and all of that stuff, Todd thinks of Todd first. Kandi thinks of family as a whole first. I think Kandi, from what I see, Kandi always puts the family ahead of Kandi. And I could see that becoming an issue. And again, it was fine with these other kids and things were already set up. But now we done brought two other little bodies into the world, and we got to get together on this, and they ain't never going to be able to get together on that because she's who she is, he's who he is. He's fussing. That's where I start seeing the unraveling of things. That last season that she was on, and he was fussing about how much she was gone and that kind of thing. And she was saying she was having issues about her being a mom and this kind of thing, because she was able to, her family made sure Riley was straight, and Kandi was able to run and do what it is that she wanted to do. Todd was fussing about Kandi being gone, but Todd, you wasn't changing nothing because you was still running around. You was starting businesses and wanting to open up businesses that she wasn't really all that thrilled about, but you was able to run and do what you want. But you really wanted her to be some type of a mother that she's not. You wanted her to be at your beck and call. She ain't never been at your beck and call. So that's where I started seeing it, but it didn't become so evident until there was Ace and Blaze. Once Ace and Blaze came, it was like, I want this type of a life. And now you want her to mold into it. That's what I saw in that last season of her. I truly believe when we get down in this, and again, I am speculating. I truly believe when we get way down into this, if we ever get the chance to know what come, because Kandi always ends up talking at some point. When she get ready, she'll talk. Because if you notice, she ain't crying. She ain't crying. She don't seem all heartbroken. She seems to have it totally together. Like she really, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. This is cool. I'm only telling you all because I need to, because y'all so goddamn nabby. But I ain't seen Kandi choke up. I ain't seen Kandi drop a tear. I ain't seen Kandi look out of sorts. Nothing. Like, she know what's going on and she's good with it. He know what's going on and he's good with it. I think they just kind of grew apart. I think that a lot of what put them together was Mama Joyce and Aunt Bertha. Because the more they fought, it was like children. The more you fought to keep them apart, the closer they got. Ain't that what kids do? Isn't that what teenagers do? That girl ain't good for you. Oh, that boy's not good for you. Oh, you better not bring this certain type of person around. Don't you bring them around here. And what your kid go do? Exactly what you told them not to do. Exactly what you told them not to do. Whoever you saw as an adult that you thought was bad news for your child just draws right to them people. Draw right to them. And that's what I saw with Kandi and Todd. The more they tried to fight Todd's existence, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. And even us as the fans, not me, because I was fine with Todd. I liked Todd and Kandi together from the door. I always thought they were a cute couple. I liked her. But even the fans, no, don't trust him. He's here for your money, this, that, thing. The more they fought against it, the closer the two of them drew in together. Drew right on in together. But some things have never changed. And it's that the biggest one that I saw is that the way they raise their children, that is enough to tear apart a togetherness. The raising of children, if y'all are not on the same page, that's hard. That's not like I like I like things taken out of a pot and put into a storage bin. I don't want no pots in my refrigerator. That kind of stuff, because that could be a big thing too. I don't want no pots put up in my refrigerator. I want things taken out of the pot and put into a container, and then you could put it into the refrigerator versus somebody that grew up where they take the whole pot and throw it on up in the refrigerator. Child, y'all be arguing and fighting like hell, but nothing like when it comes to the raising of a child. Well, I want them to have this, and I don't mind giving them $100. Well, I don't think they should have $100. I think they should have to work for it. Well, I don't think that my child should have to work at all. Stuff like that, that goes deep. That runs deep. That will break you apart. That'll break you apart. The rearing of children will tear a couple apart. It really will, because it gets very, very personal. It gets very personal. It goes back to how you were raised versus how the other person were raised and what your belief system actually is. And I do believe that they had an agreement when it came to Kayla and Riley. They just stayed out of each other's shit. But when it came to Ace and Blaze, they couldn't just stay out of each other's shit because it's a 50-50. They belong to the both of us. They belong to the both of us. So y'all see where I'm going? Don't fight me when I say, it all breaks down to Ace and Blaze, but that's what I see. And I don't think we're glad to have them. God knows we're glad to have them. And Ace is a star. He's a star already. That little boy is a star. He's very, very talented. The world ain't even ready for Ace. Ace coming in blazing. I don't know, we'll be watching because we're rooting for him. We'll be watching. Ace is definitely one of my favorite celebrity children. Look at Riley. Riley's right into the, she fell right into the celebrity world. We watched her grow up. But that Ace, acting and doing his thing from a young age. Just had star power. And I can't wait to see what little Miss Blaze has up her sleeve, and child, I love it. I loves me some Ace. I loves me some Blue Ivy. I loves me some what is Willow, and Jaden, and Kanye's little baby girl. I want her to do more music. I want her to do more music. You know, we are rooting for them. Those are celebrity children, child. We watched them grow up. Them are all of our babies. Northwest, that's the baby's name. Northwest, honey. You don't want no problems. You just talking. Come on now. Yeah. So like we're rooting for them. So they're definitely needed. They need the planet needed them. But I really believe a lot of this goes to that, because sex and money, not Kandi and Todd. They was fine. They had that together. I'd be very shocked if there's some type of infidelity. Because how's there infidelity when we walking into a dark room together? And here's the other thing, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. Will he go for money? Kandi has money and Todd has money. Todd don't got as much money as Kandi. He don't. He don't. And me personally, I would be very, very shocked. I would be very shocked if Todd would even play that type of a game, because even if he felt in his spirit he wanted to play that game, he know that we would eat his ass up in social media. Social media would turn Todd's life loose. It would not be a good look. It would not be a good idea for him to go after any type of money for Kandi. Her likability versus who you are and what people have said about you prior, he dare not come out on the other end and be given very much of like you trying to get money from Kandi. That would not work out well at all. All of the successes that Todd, because see, Todd had a lot of accolades that people knew nothing about. If you didn't go look Todd up, you didn't know how bad Todd really is. Todd is talented. But going after Kandi Burruss for money, which is what people always felt like you were like setting her up, you were coming after her for money, and all this time you've been saying no, 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 no. I love her, and she's giving. Curtis was supposed to love me, and y'all been for him to come out and do that. I think would actually end Todd. I don't think anybody social media wise, professional wise, I think that would change the outlook that people had on Todd. I think that would hit him so far in his pockets. If he tried to do Kandi for money, that would probably be the money that he'd be living on going forward. Because I think that people would not want to mess with him after that. I think he would lose a lot of respect. I think it's unnecessary. Again, I think they're good. I think they get each other. I really don't foresee this being a nasty divorce. I just feel like this is a situation where people have run their course. It was a good time, but we've outgrown what our situation is. And I'm going to go on over here to my corner. You go on over there to your corner. We're going to raise these kids and we're going to keep it moving. If it ever actually gets nasty, I would think that it would probably get nasty if if she finds her a new man. I can see Todd, because Todd is self-centered. He is self-centered. We've seen it over the years. So Kandi getting with a new man, I can see that bothering Todd, but I don't see Todd trying to take Kandi into no nasty divorce and trying to get the slinging dirt and carrying on. He can do what he want to do, but I don't think it'll work out really well. I really don't. Todd, don't do it. Don't do it. Kandi, we know you ain't going after Todd for the money because you already got money. Anyway, so listen, I was rooting for him. I'm not shocked at all. I don't feel no type of way about it. It is what it is. It was good while it lasted. Some things are not meant to last forever. And I do believe that we pushed them together. We pushed them together by trying to keep them apart, like you do with teenagers. That's just always how I've seen it. It was fun, and now it's over. It's over now. And that's it. That's all. That's all I got to say about it. I wish them both the best. I like them both evenly. I likes me some Todd and I likes me some Kandi. Kandi gonna be all right. She gonna be all right. Cause she, child, talent and pumps, honey. She gonna be all right. And Todd will be all right too. Todd just don't make no bad moves. Don't make no bad decisions. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Look, I love y'all for real, and I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.